AYO, it's Daeni, and welcome back to the 18. Before we get into it, I ask that you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you want to, you can also check out the eBay store called D-Boy Store. Okay, today we're going to be looking at Benchmade's North Fork, model number 15031-2. This is a hunting knife, but more of a pocket-sized version. Benchmade, as you know, is made in the US of A and one of my go-to blades. As you know, I am a big fan of the Benchmade brand, and this ain't new to me. Well, the knife part, that is. I've been using Benchmade for a while now, and I recently acquired a lot of blades, specifically the hunting type. I got this right there, the Hidden Canyon. I ain't do a video about it yet, but I intend to with the Kydex case. I got the Grizzly, you know what I mean? Which is the same concept, but it's a little bit bigger, and it includes this handy dandy I want to call it like a gutting blade. Like you use it when you want to separate the skin from the animal. That's what I'm assuming. I ain't got too much research on this yet. That's why I ain't presented to you. And then we got the North Fork, the 15031-2. Now this blade is a lot smaller than the Grizzly, coming in, I think, like 2.5 inches, whereas the Grizzly is about 3. But it's the same concept. You get the gimping at the top. You got this nice smooth plain edge blade. You got this nice little finger loop right here. I mean, I could fit my whole hand in it if I wanted to. I had to change out the clip though, because you know I'm serious about that deep pocket carry. The design of the blade is Benchmade. The mechanism it uses is the axis mechanism. The action is a manual open. The blade steel is the CPM S30V. The blade thickness is 0.11 of an inch. Blade length is about 3 inches. Blade length when it's open, the whole body, is about 7 inches. When it's closed, you're looking at around 4 inches. The handle thickness is 1/2 inch, and the total weight of the blade is going to be excuse me, 3.16 ounces, which is relatively light. Now I think it's time that we hit the ICPCs. My first impressions, my pros and my cons, or my cons and my pros.
What?
And then we're going to conclude on the knife. My first impressions is I always wanted a wood handle knife. I don't know why. It just seems traditional. Fitting. When I was younger, I think we might have had, I don't really remember where this comes from, but it's just like the wooden handle on a knife seems to be very alluring. So when I saw this knife, I've always wanted it, never really pulled the trigger on the purchase until a couple of days ago. I seen it, I think it was on sale, and I was able to spend about $1.50 on it, and I was like, well, we're gonna go for that. So I picked up the blade. Now I like it how initially it was set up, but I just you know how I feel about that non-deep pocket carry type blades. So I switched that up for it, and I think it became more comfortable to hold, and then I went on to the next one. It kind of grew from there. With that said, I like the blade. I like the smooth edge, and because this has a straight plain edge, I'm able to send it back to Benchmade, and they will sharpen the knife for me if needs be. Now I could do it myself, but if I don't have to, I don't recommend it. The blade is a lot smaller though. It's a lot smaller. When I saw it online, I thought it was a lot bigger than what I got in the mail. I felt funny about it, but as I held it in my hand, it felt kind of nice. The blade felt kind of nice. So I didn't have any feelings about it at the end of the day. So I was just like, all right, well, yeah, I could do this. So that's really it. I just really wanted a knife with a wooden handle. All of the other features on the blade is basically identical to all the other knives that I have. The pros of this blade is it's small, very compact. Something that I enjoy about actually carrying this knife, because when you have let's say clothes that are a little bit lighter, this is actually really light in your pocket. You won't really feel it, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But I'm gonna chuck it up to the pros, because I enjoy carrying light blades. I don't want to feel like I'm like weighing down on my pocket, and the wood handle, the reason why I even considered it now is because I've been carrying the SOCP folder, and it's made of like a Kydex material, and it has a glass breaker on it. Now, very useful features. However, not so useful when you put your phone in your pocket with the knife. It ended up cracking my screen, not the screen itself, but the screen protector. Definitely a big turnoff. So I figured that wood is softer than the glass, and I could probably get away with having a wooden handle knife, you know, and it'll be a little bit more comfortable for the items, the artifacts, or the articles in my pockets. So with that said, I felt like that was a pro. Another thing is the plain edge. Because it's a plain edge, I could send it back to Benchmade and they will repair it. That is a game changer. Benchmade has a lifetime warranty on the blade. If you get a serrated blade, they only sharpen the non-serrated part. So in purchasing this knife, I am effectively trying to get out of the serrated blade system game because there's no real circumstance where I really need it. It's good to have. I have a couple of blades that do have it, but it's definitely not something that is like a keeper or something that I actively look for in blades now. I'm trying to stick more to straight edges. More practical. The gimping and all that stuff is cool. I'm going hunting. I do have other blades that I want to take with me, but this is cool because I could carry it in my pocket now with the deep pocket carry clip that I showed you guys earlier, because it came with this non-deep pocket carry, which is cool and all, but I felt like it could have did better, so I just changed it out. A lot of these clips that come with the Benchmades are interchangeable. I have so many that I can do it, but you might have to purchase more in the future if that's something that you want to do. Another thing that I liked about this is the just the color how can I say this? I like the color. I mean, it's wood, it's brown, but I like the color of the wood is what I'm trying to say. Pause. I like how it looks, and I felt like, you know, just the whole approach that they have to it, the stainless steel G10 bite that cuts in the middle, and then you have the wooden accents. Really nice, really nice. And yeah, there's nothing really too special about this. So I'll say the size is nice and small, fits in my hand. It's really light. Definitely a big plus. You can still use it for processing meat, for hunting, but you could also use it in the streets. That's what I wanted to do. That's why I purchased this blade. Now we got to hit the cons on this blade. Now, as much as I love the wood on this, I hate that the wood looks fake. Now, I can't show you this on camera, or can I? We'll try. But it has like a mill look to it. So it don't look like, it doesn't have that raw wood look that I was going for. Even the grizzly. So that's a big turnoff, because when I looked at it, you know, the price that you're spending, I didn't want to see like it went through a machine and it was sanded to look. I was expecting it to be like hand carved. It's not a deal breaker, but it kind of looks fake. It looks molded, and I was tempted to like even scratch at it to see if it was real or like a plastic cover. But it'll break my heart, in all honesty, for transparency. It'll break my heart to do all of that and then to realize that the knife that I wanted is not even really the knife that I wanted. So I'm not even going to dig too deep into that. It looks good for me. I just really don't like the cut of the blade, and I think they could have done a better job hiding the fact that it went through like a machine. Yeah. Oh, you like my watch? This is the perpetual chronograph Citizen with the Ego Drive. We got a video about this coming out soon too. You know what I mean? Just hit that like and hit that sub and hit that notification, and I'll put you on. And you can get this at a really good deal. I'm talking about you can find this for like $400 easy. It's a cheap watch. But that I digress. All right, yeah, that's one of the cons really of it. Everything else. Oh, and the clip it comes with. I really hate that clip. If you're gonna carry it on you, if you're not gonna carry it on you and you're gonna put it in the bag, then you know this isn't gonna be a deal breaker for you. What else is on it? There's not too many features to this. I do think that the axis lock feature is a little stiff, but you could tighten it up. That's nothing new, right? What else? Cons. That's it. it's got the wood look super fake, and I don't think that should have been a thing for this. So to wrap it all up, in my conclusion, I think that this is a great purchase. If you're into knives, if you're looking for something different for your collection, the North Fork is definitely a good addition. It's a nice small blade, perfect for EDC, perfect for hunting. Now, if you are going to carry for EDC, I recommend, you don't have to, it's not required, but I would recommend that you put the deep pocket carry, because this knife is really light, and you will forget that you have it in your pockets. And certain places you're not allowed to have knives, i.e. the post office. You should know these things. Walking in here with a knife, especially without the deep pocket carry, it'll be very obvious that you have a weapon on you, and you might be facing a charge. That is not something that you want to experience. Therefore, I think that you should probably take into consideration that you want to do your best to conceal the blade. With that said, it's an amazing addition to your collection. I think you'll enjoy it. I've been enjoying this knife. I've been using it for a while now. That's why this video is taking so long to drop. I've been actually carrying this knife, and I've been working with it. The wood might look fake, but it don't feel fake. So take it into consideration. If you're in the market and you come across it at a good price, definitely add it to your assortment of knives. You will not regret it. It's Benchmade, made in the US of A. AYO Daeni recommends it. Thank you for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscription. Let me know how you feel in the comments down below. Holla at me. 1.